Welcome back to another DSCC lab walkthrough. Today we'll be going over lab 3 authentication templates. Our main task is to set up certificate templates for computer and user authentication. Alright, so let's begin with our first step. Our first step is to create and publish a user authentication template. So let's go ahead and log into our sub-CA and open up your certification authority if it's not already open. Now let's go ahead and navigate to our certificate templates folder in our sub-CA. Right click on it, select manage, and we are looking for the user signature only. Let's right click on that and duplicate this template so that we can edit it to the settings that we want it to while always maintaining a reference. So the first thing that we're going to change is the certification authority. I'm going to change this to Windows Server 2016. Click on OK on that first window. And then we're going to change the same thing for the recipient. And then go ahead and click on OK. Windows 10, Server 2016. The next thing we're going to change is in our General tab, and that's going to be the name of our template. Remember, this is the copy, so let's change this and apply a name that will make sense for our domain. So this is going to be our 11mu user authentication. Okay, now go ahead and click on Publish Certificate in Active Directory. And do not automatically enroll if duplicate certificate exists in Active Directory. Now let's click on the Subject Name tab and uncheck Email Name. Next thing we're going to do is change the Security tab settings. And in here we are going to set our domain users to auto enroll. Allow. Click on apply once you have those settings complete. After that, click on OK to save your configurations and your template, and exit this certificate template console. And now let's publish certificate template to issue, the template that we just created. Okay, so let's select the one that we just created, click on OK, and now we see that it's been issued. Now the next thing we're going to do is create and publish a computer authentication template. So let's head over to our certificate templates folder again, click on manage. And for this example, we're going to duplicate the workstation authentication template. Let's right click on it, duplicate it. Let's change our certification authority to Windows Server 2016. Let's change our recipient to Windows 10 and Windows Server 2016. And then let's change the name under our General tab. And we're going to name this one X11mu Computer Authentication. Alright, so once you have your name set, you can also click on Publish Certificate in Active Directory, just like we did on the previous one. And now in our Security tab, we're going to change the settings for our domain computers. And we're going to allow auto enroll. Now once you have these settings selected, click on apply and then click on OK. Then back out of the console and issue the template that we just configured. Alright, there it is, 11mu computer auth. Click on OK. And we can see it populate in that middle pane. Okay, and since now we have the computer authentication template created specific to our domain, what we can do now is delete this workstation authentication template that we initially used in previous lab. So you can right click on it and delete it. and select on yes in that little warning. Okay, now we can go ahead and create and publish a user authentication certificate for manual enrollment. So once again, right click on your certificate templates folder and click on manage. And we are going to duplicate the user signature only template. We'll make the same initial settings: certificate authority, Windows Server 2016, the recipient, Windows 10 and Server 2016. We'll change the name to 11mu user auth for authentication, and in parentheses we will type manual enroll. Click on publish certificate in Active Directory and the little box under it as well. And then under your subject name, we're going to uncheck email name. And we are also going to uncheck include email name in subject name. Close that out and issue your template. Alright, now we see our regular template in there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and create and publish an SSL certificate. So once again, right click on your certificate templates folder, click on manage, and this time we're going to duplicate the web server template. Make the initial changes: certification authority, Windows Server 2016, the recipient to Windows 10 and Windows Server 2016. Now under the general tab, we'll go ahead and change the name to 11mu SSL 2-year in parentheses. And then under the subject name tab, we are going to click on build from the Active Directory information, and we are going to check the DNS name box and uncheck the user principal name. Now in the security tab, we're going to add a computer object, so let's go ahead and change that first. And we are going to add domain computers. Click on OK. Then make sure your domain computers is highlighted and selected, and allow enroll. Okay, once you're done with that, click on apply, click on OK, close out your certificate template console, and issue your certificate that we just configured.